Why is satsang important in our lives? Satsang basically means the company of God. Our whole lives, the majority of the time, we stay in the world, we stay in Maya, we have our attachments, our bondages, and we stay with those bondages. We forget that the body, the mind, our family in the world is not everything, that there is something more to life than just surviving. We are not just in this world to live a comfortable life or to live a respectable life. The aim of the human birth is to achieve moksha or nirvana. But very few people realize that there is more to life than just doing our familial jobs, and that there is more to life than just eating, sleeping, going to work, meeting our friends, taking care of our family, playing games, watching movies. For those that realize there is something more to life than the following, they go to satsang. In satsang, we realize that we are missing something in our life, and that something cannot be fulfilled by the world, by attaining more money, by getting more respect, or by buying another house. The incompleteness inside will not vanish if we buy another car, or if we get married, or if we get more fame. So what do we do to get rid of all anxiety and all worries and all of our problem? And how do we achieve complete peace? We achieve complete liberation, complete bliss through the union with God. So how do we unite with God? For that, we have to go to a satsang. Very few of us were born in a religious environment where they were taught what is liberation, what is moksha, and how to achieve it. And that this world is not the only playground, that we must get out of this world. We must not be stuck in this world throughout our life. For those of us who realize that something is not right, that life cannot be just about eating and sleeping and drinking, that there is something more to life. Satsang is for us. Satsang teaches us that this life is not the end all be all, that for our complete contentment we must achieve moksha, and we must get rid of the body and the mind, and we must unite with God to attain nirvana. In satsang, we get to learn about our life. We see the reality of our bondages and our attachments and how they are keeping us from uniting with God. They show us that we are stuck in this world, and it is because of our desires we are stuck, and that we must remember where we came from, which is from God, and we must seek to reunite with Him. Now, how do we unite with God? The instructions are given in a satsang by the Guru. So satsang is very important for spiritual novices who are just getting into spirituality. They don't know much, but they want to find out what he or she might need to do in order to succeed at spirituality, in order to get closer to God. In a satsang, a guru will tell a seeker, a student, how he must conduct himself and what are the instructions he should follow, how he should live his life, the things he should avoid in order to become more godly and to achieve nirvana. Satsang does not necessarily mean that one must be in a physical place with other students and a guru who is doing the teaching. Satsang might also be conducted online, or if we are reading a good book written by a knowledgeable guru, even reading that book is being in satsang. Anything that reminds us of God, anything that leads us to God, it might be a book, or it might be a song, it might be a movie even, that can be considered a form of satsang. A satsang takes us away from this material world and tells us that ultimately it is useless and that we must go beyond the world. So satsang is very important for the beginners in spirituality in order to show them the way. And also in a satsang, the seekers get to know the path the teachers and the gurus followed in order to attain realization. So they can see what other people did in order to achieve Godhood. And they can replicate those teachings themselves to get rid of the ego and to finally achieve emptiness or God. Satsang is also important for people who have already been in spirituality for a long time. They might not need any more knowledge as to what to do in order to succeed in spirituality. Since they are already experienced, they know the path that will lead them to realization. They don't have to learn that path again. But being in satsang is still important for them, because even though one might know the ways of Maya, the ways of the world, the truth about the bondages and the attachments, still we might get stuck by them. Just knowing about something does not mean that we cannot get stuck by it. We know that when we get angry, when we lie, when we get greedy, when we get petty, when we try to hurt others, those are bad emotions, and they usually lead to bad things happening to us, but still we do them. So merely knowing what we should do and what we should not do does not stop us from not doing it. I know that we should help people who are in need, but we don't always do it. So merely knowing what we should do does not mean that we will do it. In satsang, the seeker gets to see other people who are doing what they should be doing, who are doing the sadhana, who are following the instructions that the Guru has given to them, so that it doesn't just remain instructions, that you follow the instructions and you lead a life according to the principles of spirituality. We are not in spirituality to gain knowledge. We are here to change our life. And we can only change our life, we can only improve the good qualities in our life and remove the bad ones if we follow the instructions of the Guru, of the scriptures. But sometimes we don't do it. So repeatedly going to the satsang, it will hold us accountable. We will see that others are progressing, that we are not progressing compared to them, and we will try to improve our immersion in spirituality by finally following the instructions and doing what is needed to be done in order to become a good person, to reduce the ego, and to finally attain Buddhahood or Nirvana. Another great reason to go to satsang is because it gives us peace of mind and pure happiness. All the happiness that we gain from material things is temporary and it does not last. But the happiness we gain from learning about God, from reading the Holy Scriptures, from being with other devotees who are dedicated to this path of liberation, we gain a peace, a happiness that is very different from, say, the happiness we attain from going to a good restaurant or from seeing a movie. The happiness gained in satsang is pure and it inspires us to seek that peace all the time. We want that happiness in our life. Just by being in a satsang for 1 or 2 hours, we get so joyful and cheerful. Imagine if we can live like that our entire lives. That happiness will inspire us to get more active in the pursuit of spirituality. Because if just a satsang of 1 or 2 hours can give us that happiness, imagine what a life of spirituality can give us. Imagine the happiness of the gurus and saints like Kabir and Buddha and Ramana Maharishi. It inspires us to follow their path because the peace does not lie and we want that peace. So as satsang is extremely important, especially in today's world where we are so stuck in this matrix, in this world of things and people and social media and consumerism. We just want more and more, yet we never seem to be satisfied. In fact, we are more in anxiety and worry than the people of the past who did not have so much, but they did not have so much to be concerned about or to be anxious about too. They led a simple life and they were at least more happier than us. But in today's life, we are not happy. As satsang will show us why we are not happy. The things in our life that we do that stops us from achieving happiness, and what we can do to achieve true happiness that is not dependent on us consuming or getting something. A happiness that lasts, a happiness that transforms our life and makes us better people and reduces the anxieties of life and makes life simpler. Satsang is the rehab of the 21st century, and we all need satsang whether or not we realize it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.